It is officially spring, and so I'm here to share with you fragrances that I am excited to wear for spring. If you're interested, then just keep watching. Hi, my name is Ayesha from simplyayesha.com. Here on YouTube, I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you 10 fragrances that I'm excited to wear for spring. Actually, it's 11. I have an honorable mention, but we'll get into that. But basically, I do these videos seasonally, and in them, I share with you 10 fragrances that I'm personally excited to wear. So those could be newer fragrances, they could be older fragrances, they could be fragrances that I only wear around this time of year. And as we get into them, I'll give you more details as to why they made it onto this list. Sometimes there are even fragrances that I feel like I just really need to get to know and don't know very well. I will have some more spring videos coming your way. I believe my next video will be vanilla fragrances that you can wear year round. So that will include some vanilla fragrances that I almost included on this particular video, but they'll be in the next one. And then I also have a fragrance haul that'll be coming up soon as well. And that will also include some spring-ish type fragrances. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these fragrances. So this time around, I'm actually going to start with my honorable mention, and this is from Ojar. This is Halwa Kiss. Now this fragrance is an honorable mention because I feel like I have talked about this fragrance a lot. It's one that I added to my collection a couple months ago, and I've really been enjoying it. It is a fragrance that is centered around the dates note, so dates the fruit. So to me, it is sweet and a bit syrupy. It also kind of smells like it could be some honey or some sort of resinous sweetness to this fragrance, and it has this very solar feel to it. It is beautiful, and although it's sweet, it's not super heavy, it's not super thick, it is quite translucent. So I think this is going to work well for spring. The reason it's an honorable mention is because I've been wearing this. Like I said, I've only had it a couple months, and I have worn it a few times, not a ton. You can see I don't really have much of a dent, but I have worn it a few times. So it's not like I've been waiting to wear this, you know, because I've technically been wearing it since I got it. But I do think it's really going to shine in the spring, and I can't wait to kind of see how this performs. So again, that is Halwa Kiss by Ojar. So now on to the real list. This will be in no particular order. So the first fragrance that I have here is from the brand Thomas Cosmala, and this is number 4 Neon. So I think I picked this up around the end of last summer. So this will probably be my first spring actually having this fragrance, and I feel like this is going to work perfectly. So this fragrance kind of opens up with like juicy fruits, and I feel like I can pick up on some sort of melon, not like watermelon, but maybe like cantaloupe or some sort of like honeydew or something like that, that type of orangey melony scent. There's other fruits in here as well. I feel like I can maybe pick up on something like pineapple and possibly guava. Anyway, to me, it smells like juicy, tropical leaning fruits with melon being at the forefront. However, in addition to that, this does have like a kind of like musky, saffron-y type note in it. I'm not sure if saffron is a note, but to me, it does kind of smell sweet and spicy, like what you would get from some saffron notes. And then like a slight ambery musk. But if you think about a fragrance like, say, Herba Pura from Xerjoff, to me, the ambery musk that is in this fragrance is nowhere near the intensity of an Herba Pura. So even though I know when I kind of describe these, it kind of sounds like Herba Pura, it doesn't smell like that though. So this is definitely much more fruity, it's airy, it's transparent, it's beautiful and easy to wear and unique. So again, that is number 4 Neon from Thomas Cosmala. The next fragrance is from Xerjoff, and this is Dolce Amalfi. So this is actually one of my favorite fragrances, like definitely my top 10 fragrances. But I will say, where my Xerjoffs are located in my collection now, it's hard for me to reach for them. This is like on my very top shelf, requires a ladder. And this is one that I love, but I feel like I haven't worn it a ton. And part of that is because I love to wear this in spring and summer. I definitely think Dolce Amalfi is good year round, but I personally like to wear it spring, summer. For me, it smells like sunshine. So let's talk about how it really smells though. So this has a quince note in it, which is a fruit. And to me, the vibe this gives off is definitely juicy fruit gum. If you've ever smelled that. So it's giving juicy, like tropical leaning fruits, but then it's mixed with these spices. And the spices in here are kind of Christmassy type spices. So think like cloves, nutmeg, those type of spices, maybe cinnamon, but that's juxtaposed with the sweet, juicy fruitiness of it all. This is a unique scent. This is something that to this day, I mean, this fragrance is not new, but to this day, I don't know any other fragrance that smells like this. And for that reason, it's probably not a safe blind buy. It's not going to be for everybody, but I absolutely love this fragrance. It smells like me at this point. I feel like when I smell this, it smells like me. So I love this fragrance and I am excited to pull it out now that the weather is warming up. We're getting all these sunny days. And of course, I like to bathe myself in. And of course, I like to wear fragrances that give me those kind of sunny day type vibes, such as this one. So again, that is Dolce Amalfi from Xerjoff. This next fragrance is from Kayali, and this is Yum Bougie Marshmallow. So this fragrance was released, I guess maybe like 3-4 months ago. I don't know. I feel like Kayali has released so many fragrances that I just feel like at this point I can't keep up. But they're all doing well. So, you know, kudos to y'all. But this fragrance was released basically in the winter, I think. Maybe the fall, but I think the winter. And for me, this personally gives me kind of spring summer vibes. So if you haven't smelled this yet, you're probably in the minority. I feel like everybody has this, everybody smelled it. But to me, what it smells like is like a strawberry milkshakey type marshmallow scent, but airy. So although it's sweet, although it's kind of milky, although it's fruity, it definitely has this airiness to it that in my opinion makes it easy to wear. It makes it feel not so juvenile. Like the way that this is done, it could definitely easily go wrong. It could go too childish. It could go too synthetic smelling, but to me this is done very well. This is a way that you can wear gourmand even when it's warm. So if you've ever smelled Yum Pistachio, also from the same line, I feel like even though they don't smell the same, I feel like they make sense that they're in the same collection because they both have this kind of brightness, this airiness about them that allows you to wear this gourmand fragrance in warm weather, if that makes sense. So when I smell this, this reminds me of sunny days. And so I feel like this is going to be great for spring. It's sweet, it's playful, but again, I feel like it still smells grown up in my opinion, as long as you like sweet scents. A really beautiful scent, easygoing. It's like a flirty type scent to me. So I can definitely see myself wearing this out just to run errands or even like on lunch dates or whatever. And it's just like a happy scent in my opinion. So again, that is Kayali Yum Bougie Marshmallow. This next fragrance is from Wilhelm Perfumery and this is Sparkling Joe. So this fragrance is a very lively, sparkling type scent. I believe this features a champagne note and I feel like I can definitely smell that at the top. You definitely get that fizzy nature that you would get from champagne. But in addition to champagne, I believe there is a pear note, or at least it smells like pear to me. And to me, the pear mixed with the champagne just gives like this effervescence. It's this slightly sweet, fruity, tart effervescence to this fragrance. It is beautiful. It is light wearing. I will definitely say that. It's light wearing. But in warm weather, I tend to go for lighter wearing scents way more often. And so I feel like even though this is a light wearing scent, it's enough for me for when I'm in the mood to wear this. So honestly, I feel like the best time of year to wear this would be the spring because it gets hot, but it's not super humid yet. And I feel like in the humidity of summer, I did have this, I think at the end of the summer last year. I feel like in the humidity of the summer, this can definitely get lost. But on non-humid, but just warm days, I feel like that's where this really shines for me. There are other notes in here as well, but to me, I'm just basically getting champagne, pear, and some sort of floral in the background. It's just a pretty girl scent, an easy to wear scent. Elegant but still fun in my opinion, and I really enjoy this one. So again, that is Sparkling Joe from Wilhelm Perfumery. And before I forget, I'm pretty sure this was sent to me from Twisted Lily. I will annotate on the screen if I'm wrong, if it was sent to me from somebody else, but I'm pretty sure this was sent to me from Twisted Lily last year. And check out my description box down there. I'll have links and discount codes to any of the fragrances that I mentioned. So again, Sparkling Joe from Wilhelm Perfumery. This next fragrance is from Amaru, and this is Apricot Nectar. So this fragrance I got in December, and I absolutely love this fragrance. It is a beautiful apricot scent. To me, there also smells like there is some honey in here, possibly some floral, maybe osmanthus. It's giving that kind of honeyed floral apricot-y type smell. It is so pretty though. In the background of this fragrance, there is some depth to it. I believe it's an oud note, but to me, I can't pick it out as oud. It just is like this deep woodiness that is at the base of this fragrance. But overall, this is more of a pretty girl, like sweet, fruity floral, in my opinion. But it's different. Y'all know I'm not the biggest fruity floral lover, and I know with these spring videos they're usually full of florals, and I like florals too, but these are the type of florals that I like. Like, give me like a gourmand floral, that's usually my vibe, or like a woody floral. You know, I'm not usually one for like straight out florals. But this type of floral I could definitely do. It is beautiful. It's unique. It is a compliment getter. And I remember one time I wore this and got a compliment on it, and they told me I smelled pretty. So just to let you guys know. So I feel like that would be perfect for spring. And honestly, it's not like I have been waiting to wear this, because I have worn it. You can see I got it in December and my dent is there. So I have been wearing it, but I haven't worn it like recently. So I got it December. I probably haven't worn it in the last like month or two. And I just felt like I should save this for spring, because this smells like spring to me. It smells like warm weather, sunshine, blue skies, green trees. So again, that is Apricot Nectar from the brand Amaru. This next fragrance is from the brand Alexander J, and this is called the Majestic Amber. So this fragrance is another fragrance that I actually feel works well year round, but I think it works best spring and fall. So this fragrance is an amber fragrance, but it is a lighter amber fragrance. So I feel like when we think about amber fragrances, we think about dark, heavy, maybe super sweet type thick amber scents. This is not that. So the amber in here feels warm and resinous as amber does, but then in addition to that, it smells like there could be something fruity in here, possibly like apricot or some sort of like orange fruit, maybe like mandarin orange, that's giving it this kind of juicy sweetness, but not so much as you would think as like a fruity fragrance. It still smells like an amber fragrance, but it has all these like fruity influences in it. This one is quite unique. It, again, is like something I've never smelled before, and it just makes me happy when I smell it. And it has this brightness to it. So although it's an amber scent, to me, this smells like a bright fragrance. And so that's why I think spring is going to be the perfect time to wear this. Although it is strong enough to wear year round, I just feel like this feels like a spring fragrance to me. I don't know how better to explain that, but it feels like the start of something new, which is what I think about when I think of spring. You know, at the start of spring, you have all the flowers blooming, you're coming out of the cold weather, and this smells like, you know, the start of spring for me. I don't know how to explain that well, but hopefully y'all feel me. So again, that is a Majestic Amber from Alexander J. This next fragrance is from Xerjoff, and this is Amabile. Hopefully I pronounced that right. I could be saying it completely wrong, so I apologize. I'm sure somebody will correct me. But this fragrance is a citrus fragrance. Now this one seems to be not very popular. It seems like a lot of people don't like this fragrance. I got this fragrance last year and I've worn it a few times, but I will say I haven't worn it a lot. And so this is one of the fragrances that I feel like I'm excited to wear it because it feels like spring, summer, but also I really want to get to know it better. So when I smell this fragrance, it opens up very fresh. So I'm getting like a fresh green note, but then I'm also kind of getting these like bright, zingy citruses. And the citruses almost lean sour, but not in a super sour way. But like, let's think like lemon, like that type of like scrunch your face up type of sour. But it's not overpowering in that way. I will say that when I've worn this fragrance, to me, it melds together much better than it does on paper, and the greenness kind of mellows out. But I feel like when I spray this on paper, it is kind of a burst of green, and I think that could be off-putting for people. But like I said, I have worn this before, and on my skin, I did enjoy it. I really just need to get to know this more. And so I'm excited to pull it out and, you know, give it some real wears in the warmth and just see how it really does. I like it. I'm not in love with it, but it's one that I feel like it could become a love maybe. I don't know. I'm hoping it does, but I'm excited to try it out and see. For me, that is one of the fun things about fragrance. Like, we all want to smell good, right? But also, I like to discover new things. I like to, you know, test some of my limits and see, you know, will I like this type of fragrance? I'm not trying to wear something that I think smells bad, but when I have something that smells like I'm not quite sure about it, but it's interesting, it's intriguing, then I like to kind of, you know, go into that, like try that out and see, is it going to be a love for me or not? Like, this is kind of a game for me, an expensive game, but it's still a game for me. So anyway, I just said all that to say, I'm excited to wear this fragrance for spring. And I also want to encourage you that if there is a fragrance out there that is not popular, like people don't like it, that doesn't mean you won't like it, okay? So if it sounds like something you may like, try it. I'm not saying go out and blind buy it, but give it a fair try and see how, you know, see what you think about it. So anyway, I'll report back at some point about this fragrance. But again, that's Amabile or Amabile from Xerjoff. This next fragrance is from Soradora, and this is Broceliande. So this fragrance is the one that I love. Again, this is one of those fragrances that I don't feel like it's super popular. I feel like a lot of people don't like it, but I love this fragrance. So this was sent to me from the brand a long time ago. So thank you, Soradora. And I do think I have a discount code for this fragrance. So definitely check that out in the description box. But anyway, this fragrance to me smells like a citrus fragrance, and the citruses in here smell like a mix of lemon and lime. So it's bright, it's zesty, kind of smells like there could be ginger in here as well, because I feel like I'm getting a little bit of that bite that you would get from ginger. But besides the citrus, it has this underlying sweetness to it. So it almost kind of smells like a vanilla cake in addition to the citruses. But don't think Lyra, don't think any of those like lemony gourmands, okay? Because this definitely has something else going on to it. This has this prominent like musky scent to it as well. And to me, the musk in here smells slightly animalic, not in a bad way in my opinion, but definitely giving warm skin. And that is really prominent in this fragrance. So if you like lemon gourmands, that doesn't mean you're gonna like this. I'm just gonna tell you. This is its own thing. It is so unique. So again, it's not gonna be for everybody, but if you can get a sample, get a sample. I forgot to tell y'all, I've listed my discount code in my description box of my YouTube videos, but I now have a discount code for Scent Split. And that's typically when I do buy decants, I typically buy them from Scent Split. I like that they have a lot of different sizes, and I've had an affiliate link with them for a long time, but now I actually have a discount code. So definitely check out my description box. My Scent Split discount code will be down there going forward. But anyway, I got off track. But I was just thinking that this would be one that you will want to try on the skin. You definitely need to try this on the skin, not just on paper, but it is one that I absolutely love. I love to wear this when it's warmer outside, even though I think it works year round. For me, this is spring, summer, and I'm excited to pull this back out. So again, that's Broceliande from Soradora. I feel like I've been talking to y'all about a lot of like more difficult scents, but this next scent I feel like is pretty easygoing. So this is from the brand Trussardi, and this is called, or we're gonna call it Limitless Shopping. It has a really long name, but we're just gonna call it Limitless Shopping for ease of use. Anyway, this is a sweet, pretty girl floral scent. So this is the type of floral I like. It has white florals. I'm not sure what type. If I really had to dig down deep, I'm gonna say jasmine, but it probably has some other white florals in there as well. But you also have this kind of sweet honey nature to this fragrance. So to me, this is more of a gourmand floral because the honey and the sweetness in here, it smells yummy. It smells delicious. You have those florals though, so even if you're not like a big gourmand lover, I still think you should try this because the florals make it smell not completely edible. But if you are a gourmand lover and you're trying to check out a floral and you like honey, you should definitely try this. This is probably the best honey floral that I have. I don't know. That's a bold statement, so I'm gonna take that back. But this is a really good honeyed floral and it smells like springtime. It kind of smells like there's caramel in this fragrance as well. It is so good, y'all. It also kind of smells like there's an apple note in there, like a translucent type of apple note. I don't know if that's a note, but it kind of smells like that to me. It's really pretty, easy to wear. It performs well, not super expensive. So I definitely would recommend checking this out. This is like the epitome of spring to me. So when I smell this, I just think about spring every single time. Now I do think you can wear this year round, but for me, again, spring is where I think this shines, and fall maybe. And when I've worn this in the fall, I feel like those kind of caramel tones kind of seem to come out more or become more noticeable to me. So again, that is Trussardi Limitless Shopping. And then the last fragrance I have to share with you is from Amouage, and this is Lineage. Now, you cannot look at this bottle and tell me this doesn't say, hello, it's spring, okay? This is such a beautiful bottle. I love it. I actually picked this up during spring break one year. I think I've had this maybe like 2 years or so now. But so not only does it remind me of spring from the bottle, but also from the purchase and also the smell. So this fragrance is another weird one, okay, for some people, but I love it. But it is hard to describe, so I'm going to try my best. And I will tell you, I've looked up the notes for this, and I know the way I describe it does not match the notes. But I'm going to describe what I think it smells like anyway, okay? So to me, when I smell this fragrance, it smells like there's some citruses here, but it also smells kind of marine-like, and then it also has this kind of resinous nature to it. So let's talk about the citruses first. So to me, it kind of smells bright and zesty. Kind of smells like there's also ginger in this fragrance. I'm not sure if there is, but to me it smells gingery, and it comes off like a spicy, citrusy type of mix at the top. This is not going well, I can tell you already. Okay, the marine quality that I'm getting is kind of this sea air type of scent. So it's giving like a bit of saltiness, but more ozonic. So don't think it smells like dirty fish water. It doesn't smell like that to me. It smells like sea air that is very clean, where you kind of can smell that you're close to the sea, but you're not smelling the fish and all. It doesn't smell like water per se. It smells like very clean, fresh sea air. And then in the base of the fragrance, I feel like it smells like there is something resinous. So maybe some incense. It's kind of giving that Amouage, like incensey DNA that is common in a lot of Amouage fragrances. This is so unique, y'all. That was a terrible job explaining this. Forgive me, y'all. I feel like I've been out of practice with my videos. But this is one you just got to try on your skin. I know y'all don't like when I say that, but you definitely have to try this one. It's not going to be for everybody. It's super unique. But overall, the vibes it gives me is clean, fresh, but bright and interesting. It's good though. It's good. I love it. This was actually a love at first sniff for me. I remember when I purchased this, I went into a boutique. I was in Orlando during spring break, and they had a niche boutique there, and I went there and I really wanted to smell Guidance because I think Guidance had just came out and I hadn't smelled it yet. And so I went to go smell Guidance, and I sprayed it on my paper, and I was kind of like, I don't know. And then I sprayed this one because the bottle was so pretty, and I was like, oh, I love it. So this was actually a love at first sniff for me over Guidance, and I still love it more than Guidance. Again, not going to be for everybody, but if it sounds remotely interesting to you at all, try it out on skin. Try it out. Now I tried it out on a tester initially, and I fell in love at first sniff. On skin, I love it even more. So again, that is Lineage from Amouage. So those are my 10 fragrances that I'm excited to wear for spring. Let me know if you tried any of these fragrances. What do you think of them? And in the comments, why don't you leave one fragrance that you have been waiting for spring to go ahead and pull out and wear. It can be an old fragrance. It could be a new fragrance. Let us know that in the comments so we can all join in on the conversation. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I upload videos pretty much every week. I'm not on a uploading schedule anymore, but I do usually get a video up at least every week. So just make sure you have your notification bell on so that you are notified when I do upload my videos and so that you don't miss them. Also, make sure you check out my description box. Down there, I'll have links for all the products mentioned along with discount codes. I'll also have links to everywhere else you can find me. So that means my website, www.simplyayesha.com, and also my Instagram and TikTok. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.